Hey, welcome back. Let's take a look at the MoraKniv Kansbol. I've owned 4 Mora knives. I've owned a couple of 511 basics and a couple of companions. So this is my 4th, and it's really nice. It's really unique. I bought this to be a fishing knife and a camp knife, general camp chores knife, and wasn't that expensive. Came really quickly. Ordered it off of Amazon. So this is not an in-depth review. We'll just take a look at it today, and then I'll do an in-depth review after I've had a chance to use it. So let's take a quick look. All right, so we'll just take a quick look today, and then I will use it, and we will do a more in-depth review at that time. Really unusual knife. I like it already. I mean, I haven't even used it. I haven't even cut anything with it, and I already like it. It came in a box. Surprise, surprise. Can I find English? Do I speak English? Blade length, 109 millimeters. That's a little over 4 inches. Blade thickness, 2.5 millimeters. It's got a compatible fire starter, so it's got a 90-degree spine on the back, so you can strike a ferro rod. This comes with, if you can order it that way, with a little ferro rod attachment that goes on there. It goes on this and the Kansbol too, or the Garberg. This is the Kansbol, and I didn't think it was worth the money. It's got that little ferro rod, and I've got a Gobspark Armageddon, just like about as long as this knife, for about the same price as that little piece of plastic and that little. So I didn't get it. And for fishing and camping, I'm not a big fan of putting ferro rods on the side of a knife. I don't know. I'm not a bushcrafter, so maybe. But how many fires do you build a day? Why not put that in your pack where it's safe instead of, I don't know. It looks cool, but I don't know. So I didn't get it. I just got this. It did come with a belt loop unattached, and I attached it. And it just, gosh, it's on there now. It just clips on there. See, it's got little divots in there. And those divots mate up with those little tabs. And it just goes on there and then clicks into place. Now it's got drain holes. And this isn't leather, I don't think. It may be leather. I don't know. I think it's some sort of fake leather, faux leather. It's on there really good though. So nice belt loop. It's got the Mora symbol there, MoraKniv. And it fits in there either way. So whether you're a lefty or a righty or a switch hitter, there you go. It goes in there either way. And I like it. It's a lightweight sheath, just like all Mora things. So like I've said, I've had 3 or 4 other Mora knives, and I've lost every one of them. And the reason I lost them was because of that little hook plastic thing. And I would just stick it on my belt or on my pants, or usually just on my pocket. And I've lost every one of them. So there's one out there in the garden somewhere, and there's a couple in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. There's a 511 basic and a companion somewhere in the park. And if you find it, it's mine. So it's got really good retention. It ain't going to come out. And the reason is this little diamond divot mates up. Did I just cut a hole in that? It mates up with little tabs on here. And I have a Eldris coming. And I did not get the Eldris with the little strap that goes over the end of it to keep it from falling out because of that. It has the same retention system. And that ain't coming out. So it's got good retention. It doesn't have too much, but it's got enough. So there's that little divot. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a little, hang on. There's little tabs in there on both sides. All right, let's check out this funky grind here. So it's a Scandi grind all the way down, but it's, I don't know, a thicker, broader Scandi grind about halfway. And then this isn't concave. It looks like it in the pictures, but that is just a flat angle from about here to the tip, just straight. And it tapers down evenly on both sides. And that makes this very thin. And that's why I thought this would make a great fishing knife for gutting fish, for getting into the gills and bleeding out a fish, for even cleaning a fish, but not filleting a fish, obviously. But you could clean one, leave the skin on it. And the 90-degree spine would be great for scaling a fish. And it's Sandvik stainless steel, so it's not going to rust, I hope. And my other Moras, they didn't rust. One of them did, but it was carbon. So that's a whole nother story. That's the one I lost in the garden. And I found it, and then I lost it again. And there's the stamping on the side. I don't know what this weird stain or dirt is on there, but I can clean that off. MoraKniv, if that's pronounced right, made in Sweden, and it's stainless. It's a Sandvik stainless. Their stainless is really good, and it's a clip point, so it start to drop right there. Not an extreme clip point, but a good clip point. Got a pretty good point. They rounded the point over when they ground it. They did that on both sides. If anybody else has that knife, did they do that with yours? It's not bad. I mean, it's still pointy and sharp, but you can tell right there a little bit of rounded over. That's okay. Now, that's not hurting anything, and after I sharpen it a time or two, you'll never notice. It's got kind of a satin finish this way, and then you can tell the grind marks. Well, I'm sure they were sanding on a belt by the time they got, or grinding on a belt by the time they got to this point, but I like that. I like the kind of different grinds that you can see in that. It's unique for a Mora, definitely. I mean, almost all the others are, except for the Eldris and the 2000, they're all just straight Scandi grinds. I mean, just not straight Scandi, but you know what I mean. They're all Scandinavian grinds. And this one is still a Scandinavian grind, but it's got this kind of compound grind to it. That makes it, hopefully, I don't see why it wouldn't, very slicey. And a fairly thin blade for working. I'm not going to be batoning wood with it. I'm going to be gutting fish with it. And doing some camp chores, you know, campfire, stuff like that. Cooking mostly, food prep, fish prep, and maybe some campfire prep too, but you know, lightweight duty stuff. And I think I like the size. I do. I like a 4-inch blade. The handle is just right for my hand. I wear large gloves, and that fits just right. Got a lanyard hole, which I will probably put one on there to help get it out of the sheath. But just the right size. Excellent knife. Sharp, razor sharp, scary sharp, as most Moras come. So good job, Mora. Mora and Swiss Army knives. It seems like the quality is good no matter what knife you get. Like it's the same. It's consistently good. Case knives, as much as I love case knives, that's not the case. You can get some case knives that are kind of jacked up. Not bad, but they're not making fixed blades. You know, it's hard to, you know, You're not going to get blade rub with one blade. It's a fixed blade. But it seems like Swiss Army knives, consistently good. Consistently good. Every one I've ever had is hard to find a bad one. Case knives, I mean, they're not bad, but you can find the attention to detail just, it's slipping over the years, it seems to me. Where Swiss Army knives, not so much. Mora knives, you know, and they're cheap for what they are. They're very inexpensive, and the quality is just fantastic. I think this is not a full tang. From what I've gathered from other people's reviews, is it's like, you know, almost full tang. So it might be more than 3/4 tang. My companions, my basic, they were 3/4 tang, and you know, the handle's not going to come off. I don't know how they make it, or how they glue it on there. You know, I guess they just mold it on there, but it's never come loose or wiggled or anything. They're solid. This has got kind of a rubberized feel to it. The center portion is more plasticky, a feel to it, and this surrounding area is more kind of a rubbery textured feel. Very grippy. I think with water and fish guts on it, it will you know, be very sticky and feel really good and secure. So I like it. I think it's going to be good. If it's not, I'll let you know. And we will look at it again after I've used it for a while. All right. Catch you on the next one. Bye.